Thor Ragnarok was a really interesting film. It was almost like 3 movies trying to get crammed into one. That seems to be the new trend for Marvel Studios Phase 3, which started with Captain America Civil War. And now that the films have established so many different characters in their universe, the interaction between Thor and whoever else is what makes the movie more than the actual plot. So the movies are selling us character interactions instead of actual story arcs at this point. And I don't hate that they're able to do that, but I don't think any other studio could pull it off either. But there seems to be a bit of a conundrum in the Ragnarok story that has left me so confused. Spoilers coming! To summarize the gist of the film, Odin passes away, which releases Thor's secret sister from captivity. The big issue with Thor's sister, named Hela, is that her powers come from Asgard, just like Thor, so if she makes it to Asgard, she will quickly become too powerful to stop. To combat this issue, Thor has to allow Ragnarok to destroy Asgard and thereby make his people refugees who are headed to Earth. Really though, out of all the planets in the universe, they can't go inhabit an empty one that they transform into something amazing with their magical abilities? Do we really need Marvel Studios making commentary about US immigration issues? Because, mark my words, that is the only road this leads down, so they're gonna upset like half of their audience no matter what. Anyways, since Thor himself draws his powers from Asgard, having his homeworld destroyed raises a lot of questions as to what Thor's power will look like in the future, especially since he no longer has his hammer, whose name I won't even attempt to pronounce. Now, Odin comes to Thor in a vision, or maybe Thor temporarily dies and speaks with Odin on the other side, but ultimately Odin tells Thor that Asgard is really the people, and thereby his powers are drawn from them. Well, that's news to me, but okay. Here's the rub though. If Thor is still able to be a god through the energy of Asgardians, then doesn't that mean that Hela still has a source for her significantly stronger powers as well? It was kind of implied that Surtur killed Hela, but I kinda don't buy that since she was such an overpowered villain to begin with. Even stabbing her in the torso didn't make her flinch. Plus, she's the goddess of death, so I really doubt she can fully be killed, or else Odin would have done it himself decades ago. So either Thor has no powers and his sister is dead, or both Thor and Hela still have everything because Asgard is a people, not a place. You cannot really split this issue and say Thor gets one and Hela gets the other. I mean, they're siblings that gain their strength from the same things. I also wonder if the overall health of Asgardians will play any role in Thor's power. By that I mean, if they're allowed to move to Earth, which, considering their powers and the troubles they bring, I cannot imagine that going over well with Earthicans in general. But if the Asgardians do become refugees, and they're not treated very well, they're not happy, they cannot have the same quality of life that they used to have, how will those factors play into Thor's abilities moving forward? Because the way that Odin spoke of Asgard being the people, it's kind of like saying that Christmas is an internal feeling, not a specific date on the calendar. So if the people suffer, that means Thor will not have the same power to draw from, and he will forever be weakened because of it. But I suppose we'll have to wait for Infinity War to see what Marvel has planned for Thor's future. Who knows? Maybe Black Panther's nation will want to adopt the Asgardians and they'll get along happily ever after. Yeah, I might be overthinking it, but that's literally my job! Well, that's all I have for now, but this video's not quite over yet. I get a lot of comments that say, do a theory on this topic, but I've already done those theories. So please consider going to my main channel page and clicking on the video tab so that way you can see everything I've done. You will probably find a lot of things you like that you never even knew that I posted. I want to let you know that I also have 2 other channels, Say Halo Goodbye Gaming and the Fanily Family Vlogs. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed enough to hit subscribe and share. I can use all the help I can get to let other people know that this channel exists. And if you made it this far, leave me a comment that says something like, hey, I made it to the end, and then let me know what kind of videos you want to see in the future. I can't make any promises, but the more people that request something, the more I can look into it. Okay, well, I love you. I'll see you in the next video.